Всех приветствую на канале, и это третья серия по Бэтмену. Немного она опять же задержалась в связи с личными обстоятельствами, можно так сказать. Мы так и не закончили первый эпизод до сих пор. Мы остановились на том, как Бэтмен поймал подручного какого-то на заводе, этого главного бандита, Фалкони или как он там.
You assume the persona of a bat, but you're not an animal. You beat that man half to death.
Так он же не избивал его.
And neither did I.
He's still alive, isn't he?
And in the hospital.
Он же его не избивал даже.
Next time it might be the morgue. Especially now, during this preposterous attack on your family. You must show the world the true nature of a Wayne.
Giving everything to the city and then being murdered for it?
My thoughts exactly. Every time you leave this cave. You're a good man, Bruce. Good. Just like your parents. Don't lose that. I don't mean to be a doddering old fool on the subject, but as a friend, the burden of advice falls on me.
Sometimes this job requires hard decisions.
You're the right man to make them. In fact, I think you're the only one who can. You bury the person, Bruce, but you never bury the memory.
Sometimes I wish I could. That night, that alleyway, it made me who I am. I can't get it out of my head.
That is your gift and your curse. Being Batman can allow you to turn back the tide of treachery that's reached this city's shores, or drown you in its sorrow. When you doubt your fate, remember why you started all this. Remember that boy in the alley.
И что сделать? Возьму, наверное.
I won't forget.
Neither will I. Well, back into the fray again.
Что мне сделать надо? Использовать?
Well, looks like that egg finally cracked. And inside, Mayor Hill was hiding more than I could have imagined.
Конечно.
This is a complete manifest of Carmine Falcone's criminal organization.
What in the world was Hill doing with all this? Illegal arms dealing, drug running, mob hits, money laundering? Falcone's been involved in everything.
This is an insurance policy. Hill could expose Falcone if he didn't play along.
That would explain why he's never made a move against him.
Sure as hell better than any bodyguard. This is it, Alfred.
Сейчас опять крутить, вертеть.
We can finally knock out Falcone's organization.
Where would we possibly begin to dismantle it?
This is a police matter.
There's only one cop we can trust to handle this evidence correctly.
Lieutenant Gordon. He could mobilize the entire police force against Falcone.
What about that reporter from the Gazette?
Vicky.
Yes, Miss Vale. She could release this evidence through proper channels. I suppose it comes down to who you want to help most. Or who you think could do the most good.
Сложный выбор. Но все-таки он же ее, можно сказать, не знает. Они, знакомы сколько? Дня 3. Неделю, может, ладно. С Гордоном он работает. Скорее всего, ему, да.
The cops are on the front lines of this war. Gordon needs this more than anyone.
A wise decision, sir. We'll attack Falcone on 2 fronts tonight. Gordon through the police, and Batman
by any means necessary. Whatever Falcone is planning, it ends tonight.
He's a spider, Bruce. Eyes everywhere. A dense web of goons poised to trap you. No one has ever managed to bring him down.
I haven't tried yet.
Че, он к нему в гости сейчас?
This is a silver bullet. And it's gonna put Falcone down once and for all. I don't even want to know where you got this.
No, you don't.
Still, I gotta know one thing. Why give this to me? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the hell out of this.
I heard you were the last honest man on the force.
No need to blow smoke. I got enough cancer coming my way as it is. But thank you. Honestly. Knowing this evidence can lock up Falcone. I'll sleep like a goddamn baby. For once. You know, as much as I appreciate you calling me here, I gotta make one thing crystal. I can't be bought. So you should know this isn't gonna change a thing about the investigation of your family. The Waynes always supported the Gotham police. So I like to believe there's no cloaks or daggers hidden in your closet.
The investigation isn't the problem. It's the Wayne family name. Help me clear it.
If your family's clean, I'll sing it from the rooftops. If they aren't, I'll still sing. You gotta understand, I'm bound to this badge. I gotta go. Came straight from a crime scene. Haven't been home yet. Sometimes I think this whole city's a crime scene. We're just walking through it.
Так и есть.
What you're holding will make walking it much safer.
Thanks, Bruce.
Well, Lieutenant?
Hey, stick to Jim.
Почему он ему не расскажет, что Бэтмен это он? Я не могу понять, он же нормально с ним в отношениях. Мне кажется, Гордон бы не сдал его.
Good. So is our hunt. The drones located Falcone downtown, a place called the Skyline Club. Although you're not dressed for that kind of party.
Well, I can always change in the car.
Фига у него трансформер. Ну дает.
The drone's cameras and scanning tech are fully functional.
All right. Let's find Falcone. Good point of entry.
Так, где он сидит? Ну, понятное дело, что не на видном месте.
Tell me another.
What's the difference between the Mafia and City Council?
I don't know. Aren't they the same thing?
Only one of them is organized.
Ooh. You're cute.
Смешано.
So, you alone?
Not anymore, son.
Так,
Where's Nikki? In lockup. Again? Christ, Kimmy. What did they pinch him for now? Some hit down at the docks. Nikki? No. I didn't think he was a hatchet man. You and me both. Well, does he got an alibi? Honey, I'm always his alibi.
Фига у него, блин, дрон удобный. Все видит, все слышит. Камеры, ну как же без них?
The entire floor is under surveillance. You'll be detected as soon as you enter.
No time for subtlety.
Кто это? Да что с мышкой?
Make your round? Yeah, no broken bones. Still healing from the last time, I bet. All it took was a couple of C notes this time. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, my ass. I know you burned powder tonight. The whole city can smell it.
Что там изображение?
Rose. Falcone's
А,
symbol.
ну.
A red rose after tonight.
Предмет искусства.
Nothing here.
Мне здесь зачем на него вообще нажимать надо было? Зачем эту возможность дали?
That's the most heavily guarded door in the building.
Gotta be Falcone's hideout.
Well, it won't be as easy as ringing the doorbell.
4 armed guards. Stealth not an option. I'll put together a plan of attack. Stand by.
И что с ними?
Couple of options for taking this guy down.
А, нифига, прикольно, сейчас нужно... О. Так. Обо что его стукнуть? Искусством? Или лампой? Чтоб больнее было искусством, наверное. Да ё-моё, почему? Нормально. Кто тут еще? Об стол или об ширму? Об стол, наверное. Ширма-то что, она легкая? Так, дальше. На втором этаже вроде кто-то есть. И чё? А, вот. Угу. Его, значит, нифига, об колонну и об лестницу. Я думаю, об лестницу поэффективнее будет. Угу. Ну и этот на
This
балконе.
one might be tricky. Any ideas?
I've got it covered.
Скинуть его. Повесить над балконом. Или скинуть, да? Ну, наверное... Ну, блин, он же не убьет его, да? Просто повесит как-нибудь.
Bruce, have you formulated your plan of attack?
Ну все. Чё пока нет, я уже все
Going
составил.
in.
Very good, sir. Your turn to crash his party.
Ну вот. Вроде действует план. Нифига она по звуку. А на втором не было никого, что ли? Угу. Так что ты пукалку достал свою? Ну и все. Нифига себе, дядя. О, по своим давай. Голос знакомый какой-то. Чё ты его догнать, что ли, не можешь? Да, базарился. Ой, туда. Блин, куда его? В стену, наверное. А, это телевизор. Ё-моё. Фига у него установочка. У него этот дрон еще и стреляет. Куда ты тянешься? Ну не, в руку не буду.
Spare yourself the pain, old man.
Yeah, I've been through worse.
Говори.
Where are they?
What?
I found your calling card at the docks. The White Rose.
You think I wanted to lead you here? Yeah, something reeks about this whole thing. And it is a dead bat.
Блять. Дурачок. Думал, у него получится.
We're all being played here, including you. Those chemicals you're so riled up about, they're mine, all right? But someone is trying to cut me out of the deal because I did not make that mess at the docks.
Then who did?
No, we're done. Gotham's watching now. Go ahead. Give him a show.
Что мне с ним
I'll
делать?
be walking free by tomorrow
Жестоко
morning.
избить, арестовать. Ну не,
What a place to
арестовать,
go.
наверное.
Oh, wait. Christ almighty.
Spill it, Falcone, while you still can.
It's the Waynes. They're behind all this.
What do you mean?
You wanna save this city? Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Да ну. Да ну нафиг.
Thanks for the assist. Now we only have to take one of you down. Open fire!
Они что, дебилы, что ли? Какой огонь открыть? Это же их человек. Что-то я не понял этого момента. Комната с красивым видом, достижение новое. Это уже конец первого эпизода, да, я понимаю?
Fire and smoke could reportedly be seen from street level. Tonight, the Skyline Club, a high-rise mafia hangout in
А чё
downtown
субтитры?
Gotham, was the arena for a clash between the notorious Batman and alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone, who was found dangling over a 50-story drop.
Алло, субтитры. Куда делись?
Falcone loved that view. Though I'd say the crime boss getting his is well overdue, Falcone has slipped through the law's grasp for years, but after this dramatic arrest and evidence released by the GCPD's Lieutenant Gordon, Falcone's going away for a long, long time. And speaking of newly uncovered criminal dealings,
Ну все,
this
пипец.
brings me to the story everyone is talking about. The Wayne
Хотел
family.
как лучше, вышло как
For
хуже.
generations, the big W on the Wayne Enterprises tower was a reassuring sight. You knew that there was something pure at the heart of Gotham. That this city, for all its faults, was built by good people. But with Thomas and Martha's shining reputation called into question, we no longer have such assurances. And even worse, it seems the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Gotham's greatest son, Bruce Wayne, seen here shaking hands with Carmine Falcone.
И чё, что он ему руку пожал? Да такой бред, а?
Whoever fabricated these lies about my family, they will get what they deserve. Understood?
In a world where the Waynes, our golden family, are corrupt, who are we left with? Who can Gothamites look up to? The supposed hero Batman? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, we'll keep digging for the truth. But the prominent feeling throughout Gotham is that the Waynes' time in the sun...
Альфред чё ему не сказал ничего? Сейчас он ему фотку, да, покажет?
Suit, the car, this entire cave.
Master Bruce?
Everything I built. I created all of this because I didn't want any more innocent people to die. If Falcone's telling the truth about my parents, then what the hell did we do this for?
Bruce,
What have you been hiding from me? Alfred!
Вот и все. Первый эпизод окончен. Вы поддержали Харви в споре с Фалконе. Ну, конечно. Чё бы я его оставил, что ли? Он вроде нормальный. Мы дали Вике интервью. Ну почему нет? Сломали руку. Ну, если бы я это сделал, опять же, это против меня повернулось, скорее всего. Отдали диск лейтенанту. Ну, конечно, лейтенанту. Он нормальный чувак. Ее даже не знаем. Как Бэтмен поступил с Фальконе. Как его читать-то правильно? Но если... Ну, там было написано жестоко избить, но он его проткнул просто арматуриной. Не, так не может быть. Он бы вообще, может, умер. Блин.
when your parents died, they left me as caretaker of their estate, their son, and their secrets. I would never betray them. Your parents were good people, Bruce, no matter what that thug Falcone told you.
Then swear to me there's no truth to it.
The evidence you brought me on Falcone held up. Maybe I misjudged you.
Now Batman's beating up mobsters too. Wonder who he's after next.
А что с ними делать? По головке гладить?
Hell of a view. Bruce, the Wayne name is toxic. I have to do what's best for my campaign. What's best for Gotham.
Да.
I have to distance myself.
Чё они
I will
вместе-то?
find the truth. Along with anyone who stands in my way.
Включение. Ну чё, вот все. Наверное, начнем мы второй эпизод, но немного вот успею снять. По времени, чтобы так уложиться в районе часа. Эту серию, что, короткая такая получится. Надо было тогда в предыдущих закончить уже первый эпизод.
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale. Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
Короче, я начал жалеть, что пожал ему руку. Тогда это казалось, типа, ну пожалуй, что. А сейчас... Да бесит она меня. Селина это...
I'd have to count the pieces. Falcone's calling card.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you. Christ almighty! It's... the Waynes. Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
А кто их убил, родителей? Просто какой-то левый бандит? Или, возможно, Фальконе этот? Или, возможно... не, я не знаю. Да это я знаю, вы чё же, я уже прошел первый эпизод. Пришел на место убийства.
Only you now, Master Bruce.
I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting for both of us. But you should see this.
Ну все, пипец.
I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to the underworld. This isn't going away. It's all so public and messy.
How could you hide this from me, Alfred? For all these years...
What would you have me do? You were a child. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
My money has never corrupted me.
And I'm proud of you. But you're hardly the norm.
Бля, не хочется на него наезжать, но все-таки он таил это вот все.
Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Блин, что сказать?
Working with Falcone and Hill. I expected a regular accounting, not a pact with the devil.
Your father was a good man in many ways, but this was his undoing. I want you to know, I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
Ну, конечно.
Hold this against you. You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again.
Жалко его все-таки. Но, блин,
This is the first time
не
I've been
знаю.
back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne.
Джо Чилл?
He was
Что это
simply
вообще?
too well known, too big. Yet there it was.
Wouldn't Chill just run when he recognized him?
Well, it's a fair assumption.
But he didn't.
You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Ну, давай, вспоминай.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
А что там вспоминать? Вышли, пошли, застрелили. Все.
I want him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
Я не знаю.
I'd only want to ask him one question. Why? My parents could have given him anything. Why would he just shoot them?
He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
А, он уже мертвый, получается. Я думал, сейчас на него охотиться надо будет. Чё они на машине были?
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I always wanted to be brave, just like him.
And you are. He would be so proud to see that you took a different path.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew
Бандит.
that. She was always so good to me.
Where exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, you don't have to do this. And the gunfires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Чё он хочет, чтобы он вспомнил опять?
Bruce, stay back.
Take whatever you want.
Nothing personal. Hey, come.
You don't have to do this.
Капец.
Bruce, are you all right?
It wasn't a mugging. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Разбитые воспоминания, новое достижение. Сейчас он опять к нему, что ли? Расспрашивать?
Getting you in to see Falcone like this? I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you. This could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Look, I get that, Hart, okay? And it means a lot to me.
I know it does, Bruce. It doesn't make it any easier. The last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about.
В смысле?
Look, I'm all for blind support, but I should at least know what I'm getting
Блин,
myself
скажу ему
into.
правду все-таки.
I'm not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there. I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen, we finally put Falcone in his cage. Now, thanks to the information you gave me, Bruce, he won't ever get out.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Oh, well, I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing, but everything's been a little busy.
Sorry, Harvey, I was going to tell you.
Well, tell me what?
Your friend here gave us a case that'll put Falcone away for life. A catalog of his entire criminal empire.
Is that a fact?
It's the reason I said yes to this unorthodox request.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
We're keeping Falcone in the infirmary. He's lucky he didn't get roughed up more. I could tell Batman wanted to kill him, but he held back. He cares about doing the right
Конечно,
thing.
хотел.
Well, whoever he is behind that mask, I'd say Gotham's lucky to have him.
Yeah. It's great to know he's out there watching over the city.
All right, Falcone's inside. Say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
Сейчас он его убьет. Эпизод 2. А чё он вдруг под капельницей? Он сам чем-то болеет?
Bruce Wayne? You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week.
We need to talk, Falcone.
You weren't so eager the last time we met. But then, I knew you'd come around. Especially after the press got their teeth into you. You're your father's son. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins. Going back decades.
Did you have something to do with his death?
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh?
Щенок.
Pop digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. But you showed me the door. Got a whole closet full of birthday presents I was never able to give you.
Convince me then. Tell me a story about our big, happy family.
There it is. Now I got you hooked. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it.
Чё больно?
Side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
Блин, помочь или нет? Чё так сложно-то? Ладно. Какие выборы, ё-моё.
40 years I keep my veins clean of any of that gunk. But you never forget the tender kiss. It'd be so easy to give me the whole file, wouldn't it? Enough there to put an old dog down forever. Of course, you'd never know the whole story.
Ну, рассказывай.
How much of your parents do you have in you? What kind of son did Thomas Wayne make?
Do not push me, Falcone.
Apple didn't fall far, did it? You got that Wayne streak. Much better, kid. Thank you. Gesture like that reminds me of your mother. Your father may have been the doctor, but Martha, she had the human touch. I think you got more of her in you, to tell the truth. Yeah.
Да
There's
блин.
kindness in you. You care about people. Even mean old bastards like me.
Это же он или нет? Я не могу
Well, I
понять.
wouldn't know. You took her from me when I was 9 years old.
But you really think I hired Chill? Sure. I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
Я не знаю, но
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you
почему-то я ему верю. Мне кажется, он не
Your
убивал.
parents learned that the hard way.
Нормально.
They're waiting for you in hell.
Вот это да.
The bastard had to die.
Hands in the air! Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one
Да
gets
какого
hurt!
врача? Все уже.
Go! Go!
Дура. Ой-ой-ой. Капец.
We are in deep shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close, we were this close.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in.
She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
Just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Harvey's right. We need to control this story or someone else will.
Then we need the whole story, not just part of it.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ.
Ё-моё.
I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
Сканируют ее, что ли? Ну да, кожа было заметно, то что вены какие-то.
Fresh injection site.
Наркоманка.
Doesn't look like blood.
Все понятно.
Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
А кто вколол?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me.
И она не заметила,
I
да?
talked big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never, never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then it just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted.
Ну вот.
No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off.
А кто?
All I knew was that I had to stop that.
Пингвин, наверное, да, по-любому.
I had to, no matter what. The reasons why I should've, they were a million miles away.
Did you see a face? Could you ID a suspect?
Надо наводящие вопросы
I don't
задавать.
think so.
You must remember some detail. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about
Да,
revolution.
все. Да ну, зачем ему?
Cobblepot said something similar.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. How is she? Did she tell you anything?
Hey, don't worry about that now.
I found evidence that she was drugged. A fresh injection site on her neck.
I was out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, I do. Of course I do. Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce!
Это тут. Чё она тут
What are you
забыла?
doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories. About some kind of lockdown?
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off. Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Where did you get that?
So it's true?
No, I didn't say that.
Word is you turned over enough dirt on Falcone to put him in Blackgate prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house.
Но уже бесить начинает.
And now you're here. You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop?
Не буду ничего
I
давать.
can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
Please, get out of my way, Vicky. I'm in a hurry.
Huh. Disappointing. Maybe you have more to do with this than I thought.
Овца она. Короче, я, наверное, все завершать буду серию. 4-ю я, скорее всего, на следующей неделе запишу. Возможно, на этой. Стримы пока ничего про них не могу сказать, не буду заранее. Ну все тогда. Я со всеми прощаюсь. Всем пока.